You know the
Is there
song,
more
right?
of this?
Okay, here we go.
Let me rock like sediment. I am on top. Let it pop like melanin. Watch them all drop. Welcome everyone to episode 3. We're calling this episode 3?
Episode 3.
Okay.
Sure.
And we're going to try not to do the two-part thing
gotta
unless
watch
it's
our time.
necessary. So, episode 3 should be in its entirety today. What are you looking at?
Have we already been recording for 4 minutes?
Yes, we've been we've been recording for 4 minutes. So I guess we'll start off with just how was your week?
It was good. I was trying to think of anything. My biggest news is just taxes.
That's not
doing
great
taxes.
news.
Just finally mailed all my taxes in on the way over here.
That's
So
I don't envy you.
the day before April 1st.
I mean it's somewhat your fault for
Waiting.
moving and working in so many
Oh
states
my gosh,
in a year.
yeah.
Would you recommend
Poor Mark, our
doing
tax guy. No, I don't recommend moving. Well, Emily moved from New Jersey to Mass, and we got married, so she changed her last name. And we switched residences all in the same year. So it's like 3 different residences for her. For me, it's 2 or 3 because of school. So we filed 5 different tax returns for 3 different states.
That's awful. I still haven't done
Pretty
mine,
crazy.
but I think I can do it
Pretty
all
crazy.
online for free. That's the hope.
You should be able to do it all online.
I don't think I've got anything that complicated. So that's your week.
Yeah.
No,
What do you
no
have?
good
You said
EMT
one
stories?
W-2? Oh, no.
No, I might have 2. I'm not sure.
No, work's kind of boring. It all just blends together. It's good. I like my schedule. I like having Fridays off.
That is nice. It's helpful for this.
It is. Otherwise, I don't know.
Okay, well, moving on to my week. I actually
How
do
was
have,
your week? Yeah.
It was good. It's always pretty busy. One story that I wanted to tell, which I mean, I found it to be funny. Maybe I'll tell it and it'll be one of those things that
one
you're
of
like,
those-
they're gonna die laughing.
That's every story I've ever told.
You tell it,
Is
and
I'm
then
like, oh
everyone's
my
like,
gosh,
what?
so funny in my head, and then even I lose interest halfway through it. I'm like, why am I still talking? I'm sorry
All
for
right,
putting.
I'll
you
try
through
to keep
this.
it brief because we're on a clock.
We are on the clock.
We're on a time clock, as you said
It's
earlier, as opposed to the other
We
clocks.
traditionally run over time.
That is true.
And we're trying to
okay,
keep
anyway,
these-
so on Tuesday in the morning, during my marine biology class, which I have at 8:30.
Riveting.
For me, it is. I love it. But anyway, so we were studying bioluminescence, which
Is very cool.
is very cool, and so that would be referring to, just for everyone's sake, use of chemicals to produce light, typically light that doesn't give off a lot of heat in deep sea organisms normally, although fireflies are an example on land. And what we were supposed to do for the lab we were doing is take these tiny little things called, what are they called? Ostracods, I think. And what you're supposed to do is put a few of them, they're little tiny things, on a glass slide, between 2 glass slides, and then you crush them and rub them together, and the mix of oxygen from the air and water that you put on them, and the energy from rubbing them, is supposed to make the chemicals in them mix together and glow.
And glow.
So-
Is that how the animals do it?
I mean, I don't think they crush themselves. I think they have their own mechanisms. That's how we were supposed to do it.
Mhm.
Pretty simple. So anyway, we go to do that. We got these little things, and looking at them, it's like, wow, these look like, like marbles. They look like, those glass.
Are they big?
No, tiny things. Like,
Okay.
But very, very spherical. Look like glass. Those
little
tiny little
orbeez.
glass stones that when you're a child you think are like precious gems that are in
Oh, yeah.
flower vases and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that.
They are precious.
And so we put a couple of those in some water, and we were like, wow, these are pretty hard, but they must soften with the water. We put those between glass slides, and we were rubbing them together. Nothing's happening. They're not breaking.
No crushing.
No crushing. And we were like, okay, maybe try a little more force. Anyway, so one of the glass slides breaks in half on them.
Mm.
And
Oh my
so we
gosh,
were
these
like,
things are
wow, what the
units.
heck? Yeah, we got the tank version,
Yeah.
apparently. So They don't break.
They don't
And
break.
as we're going along, we're like, well, I guess the conclusion for this lab is just they're too hard to break, you know? Sometimes science
Yeah.
doesn't work like that.
Did you start like stomping on them or
No.
hitting them
No.
with harder things?
Well, actually, yeah.
So you didn't get
a little
any of
bit.
them to break.
None of them broke. Then we come to realize, look in the pack they came in, it said they came with desiccates, which are, you know, the things they're normally in bags for clothes and stuff that suck in moisture.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those do, because you don't want them to absorb water too early. And it
Is
turns
that
out
what you were trying to...
we thought that the
Science?
really boring pebble-looking things were the desiccates.
And the glowy,
We were trying to crush
the glowy things?
we were trying to crush the pretty desiccates, which are just like glass
Yeah.
between glass slides that whole time.
You got the package and you were like, oh, here. This one says do not eat. Let's
didn't- no,
break
it's-
this bag
wasn't-
open
It wasn't in
and
a bag.
put this
they were
in a
just
glass
loose.
slide.
And
Ignore
we're
the ignore the
No,
package.
the pretty ones, that's obviously
Yeah.
what we're supposed to use. And anyway, so we put those back in, took out the what looked like the desiccates, but was really the ostracods, and crushed them, and it worked perfectly,
Oh,
like
sweet.
it was supposed to.
They just weren't pretty
But,
enough on
yeah,
the
I think
outside.
we all felt a bit like idiots because
That is funny.
that was not a good look. It was like 15 minutes spent on being like, man, these things just
That's
don't break.
Just trying to...
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, my brain, I don't think anyone's brain functions too good in the morning, apparently.
Yeah, if I had marine biology at 8:30,
Took us a while to
I would be
get there.
doing science on the packing peanuts as well.
All right. Anyway, that was best part of my week. I don't know. Most interesting part of my week.
Highlight.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't really have one except taxes. So
That's
my
not-
taxes are done.
not a highlight.
Starting right
Wow.
now,
That's good.
my taxes should be all filed and complete and good until I hear from the IRS. So hopefully we're good.
All right.
All right. This brings us to...
The point of this episode, we're going to try to get through.
We are going to try to keep our time down, but we are going through numbers 25 through 36 of the Intimacy Challenge.
I don't like that.
The
name.
big finale.
Don't like it, but
The big finale.
the big finale.
It's getting real personal.
Uh-oh. Maybe we'll have to skip
Question
some
number
questions.
1.
All right.
Make 3 true we statements
Uh-oh.
each.
Wait, what?
For instance, we are both in this room feeling ... Make 3 true we statements.
Okay.
We are in this room making a podcast.
Okay. Thank you, Teddy.
That was mine. I
That's-
claim that one. We are in this room making a
So
podcast.
I've said before
Your
that
turn.
I hate these questions. I hate this even more than the
yeah,
other ones.
Yeah, the other ones
I
feel
have
easy.
no clue what this means.
It's bringing us together.
Hmm.
Trust the science.
Let's see. We are... I don't know. We are in a rush.
We are in a rush
We are in a rush.
because I have game night at
You
the
do.
church tonight. We are
3 each? Yeah. Okay.
3 each.
Let's...
We are... Let's go 2.
Okay. Two
For the
sounds
sake
better.
of time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can get a second one. We are both uncomfortable with these questions.
Specifically this one.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. All right. We both have facial hair that I would say the majority of other people dislike.
Yes.
Here we go.
The mustache is about to go.
We both...
It's getting long and annoying. Once it starts going in my mouth, I'm like, you're done. Clean
Yeah,
shave.
that's a bad stage.
That's the my breaking
Ugh.
point. All right. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share ...
Okay, these are getting worse.
Yeah.
I wish I had someone with
With
whom I could share. I have no idea. Success. I'll say that.
You don't have success to share, though.
Yeah. I mean,
You're just
I
wishing
wish for all of it.
success. You're the worst. Answer the question as it's posed.
What? As it's
What do you
posed?
have that you wish you could share? This is like your perfect day. Is
Okay,
winning
I
the
wish I
lottery.
had someone with which I could share workouts.
Mm,
It's more fun to do with
have a
other
workout
people.
buddy. Yeah.
Very boring alone.
I prefer working out alone with my headphones in. Just
I'd rather do
listening
like
to JP Sachs.
like biking, or if I was using a punching bag, maybe. But
Oh yeah.
most of the other stuff.
Well,
Just
it's
like
nice because you can
weightlifting.
rest and then
Yeah.
switch out. That is. Um, I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
Your electricity bill?
Oh yeah. No, I share it with my wife, and it's still not enough. Yeah, I wish I had someone with whom I could share
It's hard, isn't
the
it?
enormous burden of life. No, I have that. I'm trying to think because like these questions have got to be for single people because it's like what what do I have that I wish I could share with someone that okay, I wish I could share like my taste in books and movies with someone because Emily has very different taste than me, and when I'm talk about whenever anything gets like political or like theoretical or anything like that, she's like bored, and then just we're watching Modern Family right now, and that's what she's into, which is hilarious. But sometimes I like
Not
something
the
a little.
philosophy you
Sometimes I
crave.
want to like talk Shakespeare, you know?
Speaking of sitcoms, sorry, this has nothing to do with your answer.
Have you seen Modern Family?
No, I
It's
have
pretty
not.
funny.
I did just start over the past week. I forgot about this. Watching How I Met Your Mother.
I've never seen it.
I had not seen it, and I like. The only reason I watched it was basically all my social media has been absolutely just loading up my feed with
Really?
clips of Neil Patrick Harris in that show. And I was like, I mean, I like Neil Patrick Harris.
He's good.
I guess I should watch it. It looks funny,
Is it funny?
and
What's
it
the
was
verdict?
also started in the year I was born, so that's fun.
Oh, cool.
And actually, yeah, it's
Is it
it's
funny?
a really good show. Yeah,
I have been
I'm a
thinking
big
about
fan.
like maybe I should watch that. It's probably pretty low on my list, but I
Yeah.
think it's on the list.
but it's a good sitcom.
Okay,
Definitely
so
recommend it.
How I Met Your Mother and Modern Family, both
Good
recommendations,
recommendations.
from us.
Okay,
Good stuff. All right, next question. How's time going?
time is we are well. If I would say we've got about 15 to 25 minutes left.
All right, we'll kick it in.
We're gonna give ourselves a 10-minute
If you were
window.
going to become a close friend with your partner, if we were
Excuse
gonna,
you. Yeah.
I wasn't prepared.
If I
for
was
that.
gonna become
With
close
your
friends with you,
partner, if we were gonna become close friends, please share what would be important for him or her to know. What would be important for me to know if we're gonna, if this is gonna go any further?
because I mean, I barely know you.
Yeah.
You barely know me.
If we were gonna continue, if there was gonna be a second date, what would you like me to know about you?
I'm honestly trying to think of like something
That I
that you
don't
don't
know.
obviously know, which is very hard.
Yeah, I
Um.
just say something I know.
Okay.
Unless there's something I don't know.
I'm trying to think of anything important or like central to me. I can't think of anything. Gosh, I have no idea.
I'm trying to think. I hate talking about myself.
I would say I like to buckle down. So like, well, that sounds
What does
weird.
that mean?
That sounds weird. When we're like doing something,
mm-hmm.
I like to.
I know what you're
commit
talking about
a
now.
lot
You
to
get
things.
obsessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get obsessed. Yeah.
I like to think in a
Whenever
good way.
we're like,
If
oh
it's a
yeah,
good
we
thing.
should do that. You're like,
I actually like to try to
done.
make things happen.
We're doing it. It's happening.
I take ideas as plans.
You do. You really do.
'Cause that's
You're
the
like the
only
only
reason
one in
I-
the family that does that.
Yeah. It's quite frustrating sometimes.
It's good to have you around though.
Thank you.
Otherwise, nothing gets done.
All right, give me your answer. No time for this flattery.
Something
I give you
should
plenty of
know
time
about
for
me.
this.
If we're gonna be close friends,
Yeah.
something you should know about me
Yeah.
is that I'm an introvert and I like my alone time.
That's fair. That's actually a good warning
Yeah.
for anyone meeting you.
Mm-hmm. I like.
It's
Like-
also not. Yeah. It's not that you hate other people.
No, I like other people, but like, there's nothing better than being like alone. I just want to go camping so bad by myself. I've been thinking about it lately.
Yeah, I would not.
Just to just
Not
be
be a
like
fan of
laying
that.
there in my tent, nobody for miles. Oh, that'd be awesome.
That sounds
Perfect.
bad to me.
I'm always busy on the weekends, though. But we'll see. I'll make it happen. After Easter.
Yeah,
I'm pretty booked up.
yeah. Spring life is busy.
It is. It's because it's time to do everything.
I guess.
We're happy again, and we want to go outside and
Hey, I'm happy.
get into nature.
I am happy in the winter.
I am. I mean, I don't have like seasonal affective disorder, but I like summer better because there's more things to do.
Too hot.
No, winter's too
Can't
cold.
go anywhere.
I like a nice cool day. Like today, it's kind of perfect out. It's a little warm, but
Warm. It's like 40.
yeah. Well, I sweat easily, so.
I guess. So you like winter. It's basically freezing. You just like a sunny winter day.
No. Okay, I take it back. Today's a good day. It also depends what you're used to. Like if you have a
That's
50-degree day in the summer, you're like, it's
Get the down
freezing. Oh my
blankets, yeah.
gosh. But in the winter, like now I'm so used to cold that it's like, oh my gosh. Let's hop
It's
in the
boiling,
pool.
yeah.
All right.
Next question.
So I'm an introvert and you are a doer.
Yeah.
Tell
Or
your
an obsessive.
tell your partner
Okay, thank you.
what you like about them.
What?
Be very honest this
Didn't
time.
we already do this?
Be very honest this time.
Okay.
Saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
To be fair, I was completely lying. The other time wasn't honest at all.
No?
Those were all made up. That's a fair point.
I feel like this is trying to force us. It's assuming that we didn't open up the first time it asked us.
Okay.
Now it's like, be honest this
obviously
time.
we were lying.
What I really like about you.
Sad that we have to think this much, but we already went through it the other time.
I know, and it was hard then. I just want to say the same thing. Like you're easy to have around because you're always
No, I'm not. That was a lie.
You're funny.
That was a lie. Tell me what you really think.
We get along well.
I feel like that's a cop out.
You're into photography and videography, which makes it cool because I don't have to. Like when Emily and I do something together, no one takes a picture because neither of us think of it.
I do record.
But you always
I
think of
record
it.
a lot of my life.
So it's like, oh,
which is why
sweet. I do have
tells me I'm the
pictures of that.
kid from the Goldbergs.
Mm-hmm. You are the kid from the Goldbergs in this family. All right, what do you like about me? It's like getting faker because we used up our good ones.
Yeah, exactly.
We
had to cut those down
I like
anyway.
you because
We
you
did
take
like
pictures of me. I don't even like pictures of me. I'm just saying that.
I'm trying to think of something else.
You're good, like...
But you already did yours.
When we do something that is terrible, like, you're just good. Like, it's a good attitude. When you do, like, hard things or stuff you don't want to do. I can't think of something specific right now, but I'm thinking of just, like, I don't know. When we're on a long hike and we have, like, 7 miles left or whatever, climbing a mountain. Some people in the family don't handle it as well, whereas I think you and I are kind of just like, it is what it is.
Well, great. Now I'm
Embrace
2 compliments
the suck,
behind
and
now.
now we'll just get going. You're very it is what it is, and so am I, and I like that. We're just like,
stop stealing.
We'll deal what it is.
If you're the same, then I could have used that.
Well,
now I got to think of another one.
I'm gonna do another one.
No. Hey, shh. Quiet.
Say something, so we can skip this. Are they
guess...
getting more intimate? Oh, gosh, I hate these questions.
Hey, you're the one who brought this.
I'm uncomfortable.
I could say that. I like that you're uncomfortable. That's good.
Creepy.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't say that one.
I would say you're very multifaceted. You're good at a lot of things.
A jack of all trades.
A jack of all trades, but
master of none.
A queen of all trades, I would say.
A queen of all trades.
Slay queen.
I'm a queen of all trades.
Well,
I know you meant that as a compliment.
Yeah.
But now it just looks like I'm dainty.
All right, find a king of all trades.
I dip my toe.
I
wouldn't say king of all
not
trades.
An ace.
Not an ace.
Not
okay.
An ace.
Master of none.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life.
Oh.
I got mine locked and loaded. I carry this with me every day.
Oh, really?
The most embarrassing moment of my life.
Let's take your
right
time,
at the top. It hovers right at the top.
Yeah?
There's me, my smile for the day, and then right under that.
Really? That's what you carry around.
When I was 12.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's
absolutely.
hear it. Let's hear it.
I think I was 12.
You've got the thinking hands on.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes when I'm driving, I just like rehearse telling this story.
Oh, really? Okay, let's
when
hear
I
it.
tell you,
This had better be good.
I'm one of those people that just like dwells on like some minor embarrassment that they had when they were like 8. Too. I lay in bed awake at night and I'm like, why did you say that?
I don't forget anything.
Oh, you stupid,
I don't forget
stupid
anything.
boy. Yeah. That's okay. So mid-puberty, right?
Uh-huh.
This is back when I had a buzz cut and my hair was blonde, so it looked gross.
You weren't doing yourself any favors back then.
My whole face was a scab. My lips were just always chapped. Always so chapped. So
that's
chapped.
Life. That's life.
I wore tie-dye t-shirts all the time. You know.
Yeah, we all did.
I was like too tan for my own good.
Yeah.
Except, you know, like the blonde hair with like the clearly homeschooled, spends his days in the trees, tie-dye shirt kid.
Yeah.
Shorts below the knee.
Board shorts. Baller.
Bowden board
yeah.
shorts. Yeah. Anyways, Lane is in high school.
Yeah.
He has cool friends. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. You do not?
So there's this church family or whatever. We have like a big luncheon at some other church family's house. It's a cool family. You know, they got like 3 teen daughters in high school. They got, you know, cool friends. Lane's in the friend group. There's other guys in the friend group. Just cool dudes. And I'm just there like, can I sit on the corner of the couch?
Tagging along like the younger sibling does. Yeah.
So we're watching, I think it was like Spider-Man or whatever. We're just like killing time while the parents talk in the other room. Watching this movie. Lane and all his friends are talking and stuff. I'm sitting, it's like an L couch. We'll call it a U couch and then the TV. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on one corner of the U. And then there's this kid over here. One of the other kids in the group, super ticklish guy. Super ticklish.
I'm wondering where this is going.
And, you know, like, they're tickling him. Like, the girls are, like, tickling him or whatever. They're, like, jabbing him in the side and he's, whatever. Not important.
Yeah.
But Teddy, the cogs are turning. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I know how I can crush this moment and get the spotlight and have them all think I'm cool. I'm going to tickle this kid. I'm going to do it. So I get up. He's on the opposite side of the couch. I get up. I walk across the screen. I'm going over. And I'm like, ah! And then I go and I tickle him. And nothing. Dead.
Oh.
Nothing. Just like looking at me while I'm feeling his stomach.
There are a few things worse than... A tickle needs to go all the way.
A tickle with no reaction?
That's bad.
There's nothing worse. But the worst part is after those moments of realizing that he's just looking at me and looking down at my hands and then looking at me, I had to stand back up, turn around, and walk back across the screen.
Shame.
Walk slowly back across the TV screen. And just be like, I'm going to sit back down on the couch on my side and think about what I did. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh. And that's the moment that hangs with me forever.
I'm sorry.
That's what holds me back from doing great things in life.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember a lot of detail about that.
Oh, I
That's
remember
burned
the
into
whole
your
thing.
mind.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You know, like core memories in the movie. What's it called?
Yeah,
Upside Down?
Yeah. Inside Out.
Inside Out. Upside Down? Inside Out.
Kmart.
My core memories, my Inside Out core memories, all just the most embarrassing things. So that's like my...
So, Teddy, I don't think we had
memory.
Embarrassment as a character in that.
That's
Teddy,
me.
your driver
guy.
would be Embarrassment.
Yeah.
He's just a brown paper bag.
My guy in the chair is just
a
kid
giant
with a
brown
bag
paper
over
bag.
his head. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't think mine's going to be
gave you plenty of
as
time.
wonderful as yours, and we don't have the time for
we're
me
not
to do
gonna
that.
finish
That
these
was an excellent story. I'll go through mine pretty quickly. I'm sure I have more embarrassing ones. This is the one that comes to mind now, which is I'm trying to think of how old I was. It was when Lane was in college, and one of the times I went out there that, I don't know, Mom was doing the parent phone-a-thon or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was basically just chilling on a college campus.
You're like 12?
Yeah, probably 11 or 12. Yeah. Probably like 11, I think, at that time.
Mhm.
Anyway, so just got to chill for like 3 days on a
Sure.
college campus.
Yeah.
I'm like an 11-year-old college
Living
student
it
with no
up.
classes.
Yeah.
Most of the time I spent just hanging out with Lane, going to his classes. That's where this starts. So one of the classes we went to was, I don't remember the name of it. It was some theater class, and so we went in, and they were gonna watch something.
Mhm.
Watching, I think it was like an older movie, but not like super old. It was, I don't know. Anyway, so that starts, and I don't even remember if it was like inappropriate. It felt like it. It could have just been
It
because there
felt
were
like
like
it.
7 strangers around me, and you know how that like heightens your sense of everything.
Of like, ooh, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want to see like
Yeah.
other people can't know that I I don't know.
Yeah. Mhm.
have eyes.
Yeah. It's like a steamy scene in a movie,
Yeah,
which isn't even that bad. Like a PG rated or a PG-13 rated movie. If you watch it with your parents, you're like,
I'm looking away.
pornography. Ah.
Anyway, so that it wasn't even that bad, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I just after a little bit, I just got up, walked out of the room as if I had to go to the bathroom, went to the bathroom in that building, and sat there for like
sat on
an
the
hour
toilet
and a half
And waited.
until Lane was done with his class. I kid you not, just stood there in the bathroom like there's
You were
no
like,
good way out of this.
I can't go back
Walking
in there.
back in will be worse for sure. There's no good way to fix this.
I have
I'm
to stay
staying here.
I live in the bathroom now. Did you like serve towels to kids as they came in?
No. There
May I
was like
assist you, sir?
there was like no one else there. So
Just-
I just found my inner peace in the bathroom in that building, and just stood there looking at myself in the mirror and wondering
That's
why.
so funny. Oh.
Ugh. Well, now that we've
Meanwhile, Lane
bared ourselves
just
to the
thinks you're
audience.
giving birth in there, having some sort of passing a kidney stone.
yeah. Ugh.
That's good. Well, I'm glad we both remember those moments.
Yeah. Oh,
Those
there's more.
Those are the important
Maybe we'll
moments.
do a whole embarrassment segment.
They don't
when,
come back.
When Lane gets here, we can do that
Sure.
as
Oh
a
my
whole
gosh.
episode.
Yeah, we could do a 7-part series of that.
All right, next question.
We got to
That
pick
we
it
took
up.
forever on
Yeah.
that. Okay.
When did you last cry in front of another person
We didn't.
or by yourself? No, the last question was when did you last sing to yourself?
Oh,
When did you last cry
Cry.
in front of another person and by yourself?
I'm supposed to remember. Crying in front of another person is gonna be hard to find.
No, I think I more often cry in front of other people
Oh, I do not.
than myself.
I do not. Well,
Just because I don't cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm so frustrated and angry, and you can't do that on your own,
I guess you could.
you know?
Mainly I either cry at like books or music, but for either one I have to be very very much focused on it, and normally other people aren't there.
Sure.
Sometimes movies though, so that's got to be where I
Oh, true. No, I haven't watched
Actually,
a movie that made me cry.
probably
recently.
watching Hacksaw Ridge like a week or two ago.
That movie will get you.
That so many times
That'll
in
make
that
you
I'm
cry.
just like,
That's one of the few movies that'll
or
make me cry every time.
listening to one of the songs from that soundtrack. What is it? I think it's Rescue Continues from that soundtrack. It just makes me want to
It's like,
go out
help
into
me
the
get
world
one
and do
more.
something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Such a
So
good
that would
movie.
be in front of someone else alone. I'm trying to think of books I've read. Probably, yeah, actually, listening to that soundtrack.
Mm.
So
just
Hacksaw
Hacksaw
Ridge,
Ridge
yeah,
both
Hacksaw
times.
Ridge alone and with others.
The last time I cried alone,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember.
Oh, come on.
I literally
Nothing? Nothing.
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
I don't
in front
cry
of in front of
often.
someone else.
Um,
You got to go to an art museum or something. A good one.
probably the beginning of the summer when Emily and I got married in June. We moved in here. We lived with you guys for a while, like 8 months.
Mhm.
But we lived here during the summer, and moving back in with my parents after school. Obviously, like I would have fights with mom and stuff, and I don't know, just being married and having Emily there while I was like bickering with my mother made me realize what a terrible person I am, and like just like what a heap of ungrateful loser, terrible child. Why are you doing this to your mother who gave you life? And I just, one of those times I just felt so bad. And when I was apologizing, I cried. Because I was like, I'm just a terrible person.
I guess that
And I
does
guess
give you some perspective.
Being married made me like see like, oh, my wife's watching and I'm a terrible person. Yeah.
All right.
You are getting personal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your answers are much more personal than me. I'm like, there was
You're
a
like, there's
sad
a good
movie.
Well, that's just because you cry way more easily than me.
I guess not at real life though.
No?
I cry at ideals. Like it's like that story or this.
I don't cry at anything.
At real life, I sound horrible. People dying in my life, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
I don't.
Pets dying, however strangely.
Still no.
Somewhat.
Nothing.
But again, that was a while ago, so I don't know. We haven't had a dog die super recently.
Yeah, no, I don't cry at it. Pretty much. I cry more when I'm like
On the
angry
side
or
of
frustrated
things? Okay.
than when I'm sad. Even then, when I cried apologizing, it was just like the built up of like the argument and then realizing I'm a terrible person. It wasn't like sadness. Sadness doesn't make me cry. Sadness makes me get real quiet and contemplative.
That is actually I'll go on a quick side tangent.
Yeah, please.
I was thinking about reading Fahrenheit 451. Made me think of this. Is just how
Good book.
So many of like the emotions overlap at places where you wouldn't expect them to. Like how laughter and crying at their extremes can sound so similar, and even the words
like laughing really hard and being really sad both
and
lead to
crying,
crying.
like weeping.
Yeah.
Either way, they lead to crying, or if somebody's doing that on
And
the
they
other
sound
side,
similar.
sometimes you can't tell which you're hearing.
Yeah.
And even the word that was used that made me think of it was shrieked, which can again be used for both
terror
and crying and laughter.
Yeah.
Which is just interesting. And how, I guess, anger, like, those are very different, anger and sadness, and yet...
But everything...
Tears.
Extreme emotion just leads to tears,
I guess.
regardless of what you're feeling.
Yeah.
It is weird. Strange. I don't know, like, what... Why?
I mean...
Why is that?
The
Why are we
scientific
designed...
explanation is just, it's a chemical release of... It's kind of just like a flushing your system, which is why it's good to have emotional dips and highs in your life. It's better to have that than just perfect stability. Yeah, so not you.
I need to
You're
cry
unhealthy.
more. Yeah.
Or be happy. I don't know. Feel something, Teddy. Okay, next question. I've taken up time.
Tell your partner something that you like about them already.
What?
Again.
We did that last week.
I'm skipping this question. What, comma,
yeah,
if anything,
comma,
is too serious to be joked about?
Oh, in our family?
Nothing.
Basically nothing.
Nothing. I'm sorry, but nothing.
Nothing.
Comedy is offensive and surprising, and it's a joke.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny.
But yeah, laughter overcomes all.
I mean, there are just crude jokes that just aren't funny.
But it's not the subject.
But I think
it's not
tastefully,
the subject, it's the way you
if
joked.
you're like, you can joke well about anything. Yeah. There are comedians who do it well, and then there are ones that are just like, there are offensive comedians. I'm not just like, yeah, that was funny. Even though I didn't laugh, I support him. Yeah. But yeah,
there is a way to
I don't
joke
think
about everything.
there is any subject that's too serious to be joked about, but I think there are jokes that shouldn't be made about certain subjects.
I'd agree to that.
What I'm saying?
I agree. Well, that's a long one.
If you were to die this evening, with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
Why do I always have to answer first? I'm trying to think if there's anything. I guess telling my family members that I love them.
Oh, you never tell me
I
that.
don't do that,
you never
ever.
Say I love you.
Yeah, well, that's partially, you go after it too hard.
You're like, keep your distance.
Too pushy.
Keep your distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were little, I'd always be like, good night, Casey, I love you. I love you. And you're like, yep, good night.
Good to see you, Ted.
Yep, have a good one, Ted. Take care. Take care now. Say hi to the family.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
All the time.
I can be
All
a bit
the
of a
time.
terrible person sometimes in that respect. But yeah.
So why haven't you told me?
I don't know. I hate doing it, and I like to play hard to get. I guess that's
Makes you
my
feel good.
explanation. Yeah, I feel good about myself. You know.
Yeah, you're sick.
I like the power.
You're sick.
No,
what would
I
I
think
regret?
I just forget to now. Mostly.
You should tell mom and dad you love them. They'd be weirded out.
I should.
They'd be,
It's weird. It would sound like
"Why are you saying
I
that?"
have cancer.
Yeah. Did you just find something out?
Exactly.
Are you out of insulin?
Because I'm breaking.
You know?
I'm breaking my habit now.
Yeah.
I've established. That's what I'm like. I can't break out.
Jerk. You can always change, Casey. It's never
guess.
too late.
Not without people thinking I have a terminal illness, though.
That's true.
All right, your answer.
My answer? Yeah, probably just. I was gonna say. Telling my wife and my family that I love them.
Copycat.
Except I tell people that all the time. Pretty loose with it. Especially Emily. I'm like, I love you. She's kind of like you. She's like, okay, bye. Take care now. You said it once. That's fine. Also, sometimes I think about like, it would be so cool, but I would never have the time to do this in my life. So maybe if I like got super rich, didn't have to work, and I blocked out like a week, I would love to write like a heartfelt handwritten note or letter to like every close friend that I've had throughout my life. Even the ones when I was younger that I don't even talk to anymore, just to mail them and be like, this is the impact that you had on my life. And I don't forget that. Cool. I think that would be awesome. But again, I will never have time to do that.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be cool.
I think a good way to look at some of the things you do in life is, I think you had said something similar to this before, but like if somebody wrote a biography on you and they wrote about this thing, would that be something that people reading it would be like, man, that is so cool. Like, what a unique thing.
Yeah. Or
that's
would it
amazing.
Be like, yeah,
or would it be like, yeah, we all do that.
all do
Duh.
that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like would the back cover of my biography be like, he had a job and got married and had kids, you know?
Yeah. But like, even if it's something that people would be like, it'd be controversial, like what comes to mind is Martha Washington destroying the letters between her and George Washington because like the reasoning was they were theirs. Yeah. Those words were between them, which is like
that, but it's also like,
yeah, I'm like, but I want to read it. But yeah, something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Your house containing everything you own catches fire.
Oh.
After saving your loved ones and pets, obviously, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be?
Dang.
What would it be? You're like the whole bookshelf.
My room.
Your laptop.
Yeah,
it's probably on the cloud. You're fine.
Is my phone not in my pocket? Because my phone, I think, costs more than my laptop.
Oh. No.
My cameras. There's so much equipment in my room. No.
What would I do?
Siri wants to answer.
Siri, stop it. Here's what I found.
Butt out, kid.
He's like, save me! Save me!
Okay, so apparently my watch wants to make it out. I'm gonna qualify him as a piece of clothing. And I'm guessing that clothes are exempt from this. The ones you're wearing.
Yeah, you don't like unless like let's say you're in your pajamas or like your everyday clothes. If you really have a coat that you love, that's what you're gonna have to grab.
Okay, all right.
It's not like you can be like, I'm wearing that coat.
I'll say my phone. Just mainly because of the pictures on it. I've got like 6,000 photos and videos on there.
True.
It would be so much to lose.
I am not gonna say my phone. I don't really care about it that much. And I don't have that many photos on it because I like to put them on my computer and then delete them from my phone so I have storage. I know Bible's like kind of a cop-out answer because it's like you can just buy another one, but I do have like a ton of notes in there, especially from school.
Well, hey, that's why
all the Bible classes, I took notes in my Bible, and I'm not getting those back.
Well, that's why I'm saving my phone too, the Bible app, which I actually do use a lot and take notes in.
That would be a good idea.
So I've got my loophole
I
answer.
will say either my Bible, but what about like my backpack? If I grab my my backpacking backpack
backpacks?
full of like if
No,
it's
not
already
full of
stocked,
anything, not full
but
of anything.
it has like my
Not full
it's
of
already
anything.
packed. It's packed
Not-
right now in the
doesn't
closet.
matter.
I can just grab
Does
it.
not
I promise.
matter.
It's
Does
packed
not
right
matter.
now.
When
It's
I take
packed.
my phone, the case and the wallet on the back aren't coming with it.
No,
It's just the one item. I don't know why I would.
but I
want to
grab the backpack.
I'd take the time to whip off the case of my phone and the screen protector and camera protector. And I'm like, well, it's the rules.
It's the
just
rules.
one item.
As you're like
Ow!
going up in flames.
Yeah.
There's not a lot I care about. I love
That's-
buying stuff,
That's probably good.
but it's also like it's not.
There's nothing
I
in
will say-
particular of your things that
I'm just trying to think
rises
of
above the
expensive
others.
stuff because
Yeah.
it's all replaceable.
Yeah.
It's just okay. I will say either
why I
my
said my phone.
Bible or my lockbox with my firearm in it. You know,
That doesn't count as one item.
I'll just okay, fine. The gun out of it.
Okay.
I have to unlock it. and
Yes.
then- okay.
You're taking the time to put the code in. You can't really see because of the smoke.
Okay, so I guess I rush back into the house, grab my weapon, and then rush back out.
That'll look great
and
when
just,
the police and
just hold it in the
police
yard.
and firefighters get there.
waving at the
You're
fire
just
department.
running out the front
We're
door
here.
with your gun.
You know,
Yeah. All right.
just because that was pretty expensive,
That's fair.
and I like it.
Yeah.
All right, I have a lot of books.
Next question.
Yeah.
We both. I agree
But
with
we
you.
can just
I
buy
would
'em.
bet there's a time I will weep my eyes out thinking
my
about
gosh.
all the books I've lost.
They have the dog ears in them. They've been read.
If I would try not to think about that because if I did, I might just like sit in my room and just be like, I'll go with
I'll
them.
go with them, like Fahrenheit
yeah,
451.
exactly. I'll light the fire.
I want to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing? Why?
Well, this is
Tread lightly.
gonna get
Yeah.
really offensive to each other.
I have a wife. Easy out. My wife. Except I have a life insurance policy on her, and I don't have one on any of you. So
Well,
there's a give and a take.
I have no good answer here. Because if I say one parent,
Yeah, you
then
can't say
that's
a parent.
awful.
You
And if
can't
I say
a
one
sibling.
brother,
you got two
then
parents
that's
and two
awful.
brothers.
yeah.
Mhm.
Can I just be selfish and say I'll save myself?
No,
No? All right.
no.
Oh, there's
You
no
gotta
out
pick
here.
one.
Ah,
See, you got to get married. It would be weird if I chose anyone but her.
that's very true.
Easy answer. But I'd also get
I don't have
a
an
bunch
answer
of
here.
money unless they proved that I murdered her, and then I wouldn't be able to collect the life insurance policy. But they won't.
You'll just do the Batman at the end of Batman Begins. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Then jump out of the train and let Emily go on.
No. So who would you most be disturbed by? It's like, yeah, well, I let her die. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't let my wife die. For all of those listening,
That's
I would keep her
good.
alive.
That's good to hear, Ted.
Genuinely, I would be most disturbed by that. I think I'd quit my job and move back in and just like huddle in the corner for
Don't
a solid
know.
amount of months.
I have no idea how to answer this.
Just pick one.
I don't
And
know.
then say
Can I
why.
use a pass here?
Nope. Pick one and why.
Mm.
I won't be offended if you say Lane.
No, I honestly have no idea. I feel like I should say a parent.
Yeah, but
No
they're
offense,
old.
I have
They're
more
old,
but
though.
I have more to be thankful. They've done more for me than
Oh
you
yeah,
have.
absolutely. I'll cry harder at their funeral than
But
yours.
that's more offensive. Like you and Lane will be like, yeah, I
I'll
get
just
it.
be like, yeah, he was a good guy. We shared a room for a while.
Yeah. He threw up in my clothes.
He never told me he loved me, and now he's dead. So, coincidence? I don't know.
You're just making yourself sound like you're killing everyone close to you.
Yeah, it does sound like I've murdered everyone in my family. The way I talk about them after they're dead.
Wow.
Emily, I'm like, so sad. I have so much money now. And then you're like, yeah, he, kind of a jerk. Kind of a jerk.
I guess. I don't know.
Pick one. We're running out of time.
All right,
We're talking about death so sensitively.
I'll
here.
say mom right now, and I know
I'm telling
I've
Dad.
just broken Dad's. Well, you don't have to.
He doesn't listen to the podcast, does
He
he?
might.
Well,
I apologize, Father. This is just for strictly the reason of Mom handles a lot of the just stuff in my life, like going to the doctor in Boston.
you monster.
Yeah, I know. I
You're
feel
just
terrible.
like, who will drive me to Mass General?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Oh, how sad. Who will
That-
schedule my follow-up appointment?
and also school,
Mm.
but
Yeah, homeschooling.
I
is
hate
really-
this question And
It is
I
an
don't
uncomfortable
really have an
question.
answer. That's just top of the batting order, I guess.
Top of the batting order. Gee whiz. Now who's
What?
murdering their family?
What? No, I'm
Top of the
not like
batting
that.
order. Yeah, here on the To The Point
Oh,
podcast,
gosh.
we handle sensitive subjects really carefully and well.
Do we?
We don't talk about death offensively at all.
No.
That goes back to there's nothing too serious not to joke about.
Exactly.
Like murdering your whole family.
Also, just so you're aware, we're at about at least 40 minutes right now, maybe 45, and we were trying to keep it under 40. So.
Well, okay, last question.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
it'll be a long episode.
Yeah.
Share a personal problem and ask your partner's
Thank
advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen.
Wait. Okay, that
That
was
was a
really
long
confusing
question.
at the end there.
Okay.
Problem in my life.
Share a personal problem, ask for advice, and
Let's
then I'll
see.
tell you how it looks like you're feeling about it. But do it quickly because
All right, here's one at the top of my brain. Getting ready for college and everything seems crazy, and like nothing could possibly work out. Like it I don't know, just so much going on. How do I pick what classes to take?
Yeah.
I'm also just a person who worries about up ahead. Like I want my whole life planned out.
You gotta.
So I'm already like, well, how am I going to graduate with that? Or so there you go. There's my problem.
My advice?
What's your advice?
Well, kind of perfect as someone who's been through college.
Mhm. And you did graduate.
Yeah, I did graduate. That's an important note to add.
Yes. Yes.
Sipping water. Yeah, just it works out. You're fine.
Okay, your advice is useless.
That's my advice.
Thank you.
Just go with the
Thanks
flow.
a lot.
Just go with the flow and do what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Planning ahead will help you a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and doing all that will make it easier, but it's never going to be impossible. If you don't do that, it's not like, oh my gosh, you're doomed. You're never going to graduate. I would advise planning ahead like you're doing. Good work. I did not do that until like my junior year, and that's why I had to take like 20 credits a semester for my last year and a half.
Well, I'm gonna try not to do your whole.
No, I would
total
advise you
180 of
to
engineering to biblical counseling.
don't switch majors, and then my advice is instead of like doing fun stuff with your extracurriculars or not extra, what are they called? Classes
Core?
that don't go to your major that you just have to take.
Why do you expect me to know this? I don't know.
Electives.
Electives, sure.
With your electives,
There's also the core curriculum.
I would say either do something that has to do with your major or add another minor, you know? Don't take like bowling or skydiving. Because
I don't think any
that's
college
just
offers
useless for
skydiving,
fun.
and you don't have to worry about that.
Except do take an EMT course if they offer it. Most colleges do, or a lot of them do.
Maybe I will.
That'll help you, and it's just like a job you can pick up at school. You can go to a EMS company, and they'll let you work per diem, so you can just like pick up a shift whenever you want.
I'd probably rather not do that. But
it's not as
maybe.
Yeah.
And also
that's also something I wish I had done.
bowling at
'cause just
Hillsdale kind
sweet side
of
gig to
worth
have.
it for the class, just because the bowling place there, which is just called Bowl, as far as I'm aware.
Bowl.
That's the only thing it says on their sign. Just
Direct.
Bowl.
Straightforward.
They have fantastic
To the
meat lovers
point.
pizza.
Do they?
Yes.
Does it come with
Only
the class?
been there once. What? No.
No.
Well, the class, as far as I'm aware, Lane just went there and bowled by himself sometimes,
Well,
and just took pictures of the scoreboard and showed that to his professor.
you can do that on your own and send me pictures, and you don't have
That's
to pay
true.
for a college credit.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what's your problem?
What's my problem?
What's your problem?
Oh my gosh. What's
Like
my
I'm gonna
problem?
have advice.
I have a lot of problems. How is electricity so expensive? How on earth? How do you make it as an adult? How does that happen? How am I supposed to get from where I am with a double income to I'm the only one working, Emily's staying home with the kids, and we own a house?
That does seem like
Where does that
expensive.
happen? Because
Um,
we both have jobs, and we're like, I don't have a lot of money left over.
I don't know. I guess you're already pretty careful with your money. That would be the first.
I'm a big budgeter.
Thing.
That's why I can see where it's all going, and it's not going into the savings.
I guess just
I gotta bet.
paying
I gotta
close
get
attention to
I gotta
everything.
get a job, like a.
You have a job.
Well, I gotta get like a a high corporate job somehow. I got to just like trip over.
Or our podcast
hypothetically
goes blammo.
If we
blow up.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be amazing. And or we could have our Patreons. We are launching a Patreon page.
We are.
And
we are not offering any sort of exclusive content at
we
this
will
time.
Well, the page isn't up yet, but we will be, probably. Not going to say it'll be fantastic at the start.
Maybe we siphon off the Monday episode and are just
but we can have a paywall. We will be able to say, and now for the rest of this conversation, it'll be behind the to the
Iron
paywall.
Curtain.
Yeah. Oh. No.
I think that's
no.
What
we'll call it the Iron Curtain.
The
okay.
Iron Curtain.
All right. Well, I would say
behind the Iron Curtain.
Advice to the question, to the point. I guess just be even more frugal. Looking for what you're doing and trying to I don't know. This is gonna sound just like me trying to convince you to do the podcast as much as possible, even though it's hard to fit in your life because you have a job. Invest in it a lot and
keep hustling.
Yeah, that's what every big creator says. Just
keep doing it.
Keep going as hard as you can, and eventually it'll work out.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. You hear that, people? We need you.
I think we'd be good at it.
I think we'd be good at sitting and talking to each other as a job.
Being celebrity icons. Being invited to red carpets.
I think we would be a good influence. That's what I can say. I think we would be good at making sure and
just good, clean fun,
but also keeping each other in the realm of sanity.
Yeah.
If you were going to do something stupid,
none of us
Lane and I would be like, "Hey, that's dumb.
Hey, don't do that.
You look like an idiot.
Don't go off the rails."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
I think that's a good place to end it. This is way longer than we meant to be.
Very long podcast, but it is what it is.
Yep.
That is the final intimacy challenge.
Thank you to everyone for listening, and you have now concluded the intimacy challenge with us. I really hate that name, and I hated some of those questions.
The intimacy challenge. But I just think some of the questions were stupid, but they did get more and more
intimate between partners.
Emotionally intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that means we're done with that. Maybe new stuff up and coming down the line.
Yeah, we'll have to find something else to talk about.
That's true.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good weekend. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, feel free to do any of the following. Like.
Subscribe.
Share.
Turn on notifications.
Leave a rating.
Download.
Or donate.
Follow us on Instagram at @tothepointpodcast_.